Hey guys, so today I went ahead and showed y'all how I do my brow routine. Now this was using brow powder, but it was really eyeshadow. Now I go back and forth between using pencils, pomades, and powders. Usually in the summertime I like to focus usually just on powders on filling in my brows because it's a little bit more natural, and I feel like in summertime that's what you need. Usually if I use brow pencils or pomades, it tends to get really sweaty and it just looks weird on my brows in the summertime. So powders is the way to go for me whenever it's hot outside. So first thing you want to do is just take a spoolie and brush up your brow hairs. What I like to do is I go up in the front and then over. And I'm going to be using powder to fill in my brows. That's what I've been doing lately. I usually go back and forth between using a pomade, a brow pencil, and just using powder. So usually in the summertime is whenever I only do powders to fill in my brows. So what I do is I take a brown eyeshadow. It can be anything, and I go on with a Now I'm just going to start at the front of my brows and just make my line. And after you outline, just kind of go in and fill in the rest of the brow hairs. And make sure to go with the direction of the hair growth. And at the front of your brows, you want to make sure to flick the product upwards. I like to make my eyebrows a lot darker on the tail of my brows instead of at the front of my brows. Alright, next I'm just going to carve out my brows a little bit, and I'm going to use a little bit of foundation, and then I'm going to use it on a flat shader brush. Now you don't have to carve out your brows, this is optional. I don't always carve them out, only whenever I feel like they need it. And make sure not to put too much concealer or foundation on your brush whenever you are going to outline your eyebrows. Carve them out. Now both of my eyebrows look different, and the main reason it does is just because I had a really bad, or I still do have a really bad scar on my eye from whenever I played softball, and it just kind of made this brow lift up a little bit higher than this one. So I always try my best to kind of make it look like on this brow like it's up higher. So what I do is I carve that out just a little bit more. I always go back in and just kind of fill in any sparse areas and try to even them out as much as I can. Now the last thing I do is I like to set my brows with some brow gel. You can use a tinted brow gel or a clear brow gel. I decide to go with the clear one just because the tinted one is either too dark for the color that I had filled them in with, or it's too light, so it just looks like there's a big glob of brown on my eyebrows. Now whenever you use brow gel, you want to make sure to set the brows in the same direction you combed them in the beginning with the spoolie. That's just going to help it look a lot more natural. Now the last thing you want to do with your brows, it's optional, but what I like to do is put a little bit of light eyeshadow underneath just to kind of highlight the brow bone. Now you can use either a highlight or you can use a white eyeshadow. Doesn't really matter. I just do it to help highlight. Okay, that's it. Now I'm done. Alright guys, that's it for this tutorial. Let me know what else y'all would like to see next in the comments down below, and I'll make sure to have everything else that I used on my face today listed down in the bottom bar. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.